everybody, Sarah over here in Maryland over in the US. I'm just figuring out the YouTube page I've had for like 3 years and I've never done anything with it. I need to figure out how to do all of the video and audio recording on my computer. I'm actually re-recording this video for a second time now because my computer decided to be a derp and not allow me to upload it from iMovie, so I'll probably have to hit somebody up to help me figure that out because I didn't want to upload this a second time, but I kind of have to now, so I'm going to start over now. Alright, so I'm just doing this to help me figure out how to work, YouTube uploading stuff and using my video recording, the iMovie that I have on my Mac. So that's why I'm doing this Q&A section. A couple of my friends have been doing it the past week or so, so I thought, might as well do it too. Can't hurt. So first question is from Darkfire Serpent, also known as Ruben. He's over in Britain. Hi there, dude. Glad to talk to you. First question he asked was, why'd you start writing? I mean, I've been writing since high school. I did a couple creative writing classes and such, and I always thought it was fun and everything. And then once I got into college, I had to start writing, term papers and everything. I mean, so I was writing just strictly professional stuff for college and everything. So I liked it, but I never did any stories other than fan fictions that I recently just started. I did a Harry Potter one 3 years ago, but that's never going to see the DA light of day, so don't ask about it. It's that bad, but I just started writing because I thought it'd be something fun to do for the summer. I thought, I haven't actually written anything for fun since high school, so I thought, hey, something fun to do. Second question he asked was, when did you realize you could write? I never really thought I couldn't write, but I guess I just figured that I could write when, people started, giving me actual responses for my writing, dropping me reviews on DA and fan fiction, getting me some watchers on DA because of the writing, and eventually it spawned a fan club from my first story that actually shocked the hell out of me. Thank you guys for that. You know how to make a girl feel special, for sure. But, I mean, I just realized that I could write when the attention started coming in. It wasn't just me and my best friends reading it, just supporting me from when people other than people that I knew were reading, and I figured, this must be better than I thought, and I guess I'm not as bad as I thought, so. Next question was, why'd you start writing your fan fiction? This was right after I'd gotten into Ace Attorney. I just finished Apollo Justice. I only had investigations left to play, so I was pretty well versed with this series, and I knew pretty much everything that there was to know about it. So, again, going back to thinking it was something fun to do for the summer, I thought, hey, let's go write for one of my favorite pairings, like Clappy or Name, or write something for Diego and me. I thought, it'd be something cool. Why not? Can't hurt. The next question was, how'd you get into Ace Attorney? I actually got into Ace Attorney from a friend of mine in college. I met her in theater class. She had, she was playing the games all in between classes. That's what she'd be doing while we were chatting. She had a Miles Edgeworth t-shirt that I need to get, which is totally awesome. And she also had pictures of Phoenix and Miles and everybody on her school binders and everything. So I figured this game series must be actually pretty good if she's this obsessed about it. So I went out and got Trials and Tribulations. I know it's out of order, but that was the only one I could find at the moment, so I played it out of order, but oh well. But, obviously I played every single game since then multiple times, and I'm just crazy about the series. I hope they give us more games. I hope Capcom doesn't stop after 10 years, but hopefully that's not just wishful thinking on the fans' part. And he also asked for the last question, how'd you get into manga and anime? I actually got into this because of Phoenix Wright. I mean, there's a couple of manga books for the game series. They're going to have another one coming out soon. I can't wait for that. But I got those books to support the series and everything, and then Rebecca and Ilza, a couple other friends of mine, were also always talking about Vampire Knight. They're talking about Fairy Tail a lot. I'm like, those also must be pretty good series if they're talking about it and doing so much artwork for it. So I figured, yeah, let's go give those a read. So I got the first volume of Vampire Knight a few weeks, well, actually more like a month ago, and I was hooked from the first book. I'm just like, oh my god, this is amazing. I need to go back to Borders and get all of the rest of them. So I'm currently caught up with the manga, waiting for October to roll around so we get the 13th volume. Hopefully that's not the last one. I heard it is, but hoping it's not. And also I'm currently I'm watching the anime, the English dub that does not suck, Rebecca, so don't say it does. But I'm going through the first season. I'm about halfway through it. I'm going to try and watch them as much as I can just so I'm caught up. So I kind of wish they were doing a third season of the show, because if the first season is any indication how the rest of the series was, it probably would have been really good if they had gone further with it, but oh well. This question is from Plum Blossom Sketchy, also known as Jamie, a friend of mine over in California. Hey there. She asked, does she need to guess where the whole voice acting thing came from? No, you don't. You know exactly what I'm talking about, you squealing Gavin or fangirl. These next few questions came from Rebecca Productions, friend over mine in the Netherlands. Hey there, hope you and Ilse are having fun with your sleep over there. First question she asked, who is your favorite Ace Attorney character? That's actually really tough. I don't think I'd be able to pick just one character, like, out of all 5 games so far. I really don't think I'd be able to pick just one. But I guess I do have a favorite character from each game. I mean, the first one, Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney, would be like Phoenix. I mean, come on, it's Phoenix. He's the shit. Who doesn't like Phoenix? So, I mean, he's pretty cool. I mean, for Justice for All, I'd probably have to say Francisca Von Karma just because she's a pretty badass character. I mean, a lot of people don't like her, but I think she's pretty cool, so. Investigations, I have to say, I'm probably going to get shot for saying this, but I like Godot the best. I mean, there's just something so fascinating about, like, the tragic story that was behind him, just his past as Diego, and when he came back as Godot to, like, come get revenge against Phoenix, just, like, the whole mystery that surrounded him. It was just so fascinating for me. I mean, I was totally caught off guard when I finally realized, oh my god, he's Diego. Why did I not see this? So, I mean, it's just, like, in everything that he did in Bridge to the Turnabout, it was just, like, I felt so bad for him. I mean, so many people say, you know, I don't care that he did all of this, he's a terrible person. I'm like, no, he's not. He did it out of love. I mean, I'm a hopeless romantic, so I'm just like, aw, poor Diego, poor Godot, aw. So anyway, in Apollo Justice, I have to say, don't laugh at me. I know all my friends are going to roll their eyes at me, but I like Clavier Gavin the most. Moving on anyway, I won't rant about that. Investigations, I have to say, Kay Faraday was my favorite character just because I liked how bubbly and fun she was, you know. I thought she was pretty good, insistent and everything. A lot of people also don't like Kay, just saying she was really annoying and everything, but I didn't see any reason to hate her. I mean, at times she was a little annoying, but I just thought she was a funny character, how, you know, she was kind of got under Miles' skin. I always thought it was pretty funny, so Kay was my favorite from Investigations. Hopefully, I'd love to be able to update this video someday and tell you my favorite character from Investigations too, but Capcom's still being stubborn about that. We won't get into that either. I could go for an hour about that. But another question Rebecca asked was, if you could live in Europe, and if so, where? Yes, I would love to live in Europe. My favorite place to live in would be London, but at the moment, it's probably not the best, safest place to live, so right now I say Germany just because I'm half German. I need to go back. I want to go back. I haven't been there since I was 8. But, you know, London's probably my top choice at the moment. Just let's get the riots done first, and then I'll consider going over there. Hopefully they'll be done by the time I go over there in March. Another question she had was, of my OCs, which is my favorite? That's a no-brainer. Allison, my character from Love is Like a Troll Queen, Allison Montgomery, she's my favorite of my OCs just because she had the most character development. She had the biggest role in the story. She's going to be in the second and possible third installment of the story, so obviously she's my favorite. I mean, I had other OCs in the story, but none of them are as prominent and as flexible as Allison. I mean, the others were very limited as to what I could do with them and other things, so I'm probably just not even going to go back to them. So, and she also asked, of my friends' OCs, which is my favorite? That is also a no-brainer. A lot of you have probably read the Nightfall trilogy by Stormy X over on fanfiction. Amazing story. If you haven't read it, go read it, go find it. I highly recommend it. Her 3 OCs, Raoul, Destin, and Saren, the other 3 members of the Gaviners, those boys are incredible. I mean, the character development she did with them, the stories she came up for their backstories, and just their personalities are incredible. I mean, I really wish that they were in fact real, just because, like, see them in a future Capcom game, just because it'd be pretty awesome. But I mean, they're pretty much canon characters in my mind. I mean, they're so realistic and everything. Her story is so well written. They're amazing. I love them. They're my favorite. So, another question she asked was, do you have an addiction? Yes, I do. It's called Ace Attorney. And if there was a therapy for such a thing, I'd probably check myself in because I'd probably be diagnosed as clinically insane. She also asked for her last question, if I could kill Dahlia with either a chainsaw or a sword, which would it be? I really don't have a preference for how I'd like to kill Dahlia Hawthorne, just as long as she was dead and I got to kill her, just because I hate what she did to all of those characters in Ace Attorney. It's just like, I'm glad you died, but even the revenge that Phoenix got on you was not enough, so I'd like to bring you back from the dead just to kill you again. So, another question from Sasuke Smile Scares Me, and also known as Sasu, awesome girl. She asked a lot of questions, but I can't really yell at her for asking a lot of questions because I told her to hit them with me, so moving on. She asked, what is your favorite time of day to write? I'd probably have to say the nighttime, like between 11 and 4 o'clock, just because, you know, the house is quiet, my parents are in bed, the cats are leaving me alone, they're off doing their own thing. I can get a lot more done in a shorter span of time and just, like, not have any distractions like my mom coming in and checking on me or whatever. So I'd probably say night for my best time to write. She asked if you could erase any character from existence, what would it be? That's probably a tie between Dahlia Hawthorne and Matt Ongar, just because they're both horrible people. I don't know what happened to them as a child to get so screwed up, but they're just cruel, cruel people, and I'm glad they got their comeuppance in the end of all of their cases in Ace Attorney, so those are my two least favorite. She also asked if you could pick an attorney to lose their badge and end up a hobo like Phoenix in Apollo Justice, who would it be and why? I'd have to pick a character that technically hasn't been sort of released yet, just because the game has only been released in a smaller portion of the world. I have to say Yumi Hiko from Investigations 2. From the friends that have played the game so far, they told me that he's a snarky little shit that has a very inflated sense of self-worth, considering he hasn't done anything yet. So kind of just thinking maybe it'd be better to take him out of the equation before he even got anything done. So let's just take his badge away now before he doesn't even prosecute a case. So I pick Yumi Hiko. She also asked, what do you do for inspiration when you have writer's block? I'd have to say, I mean, I haven't had writer's block in quite some time, but when I did have it with a couple of previous Lila chapters, I would either, just walk away from my laptop for an hour or two just to clear my head and go think about something else. I would, listen to some music just to help distract my brain while, listen to something that has to do with whatever I'm writing at the moment, or I would just, go check DeviantArt or Facebook or whatever just to go, I don't know, just do something else to clear my brain and then go back to something and hope I have a better idea. She also asked, do you think Kristoff forged evidence before the Gramarye trial? No, I don't, mostly because Kristoff was an excellent defense attorney before he chose to do what he did and ruin a lot of people's lives. I mean, he was a good attorney, so he really didn't have a reason to forge the evidence and do what he did, just because, I mean, the Gramarye trial was very complicated, and as Zach's defense attorney, it was really not looking good for him, and the forged evidence is really the only way he could have gotten the acquittal and gotten the not guilty verdict. I mean, obviously none of that ever happened because, well, I won't say anything because no spoilers for you guys, but I don't think he ever did anything before that. I think that was just the case itself. I mean, that brought on his dark side, so to speak. It all led up to Apollo Justice, but I think he was okay before that. I don't know. I could be wrong. She also asked, do you hope to be an author someday? Not at the moment, just because I never imagined myself 5 months ago writing as much as I was, and just the amount of attention it would be getting. I mean, another reason is mostly because I don't have any ideas for anything original other than Ace Attorney at the moment, so, I mean, if something ever comes to me, then I won't certainly rule it out. I would certainly go work with whatever idea pops into my head and see where it goes, but right now I'm just focusing on college. I'm having fun with writing the fan fictions, and maybe once I finish college, I'll see what I can do on the side, but right now that's not my main focus, to become a published author. And the final question that I'm going to end you guys with the first section of the Q&A is the infamous ladder or step ladder that a lot of Ace Attorney fans I'm sure will know. My answer is it's a ladder. I don't care if you step on it or it just sits somewhere in your garage. It is a ladder. So yeah, I will talk to you guys later. I'm going to probably upload this as soon as I can figure it out, and probably record the second one soon. So I'll talk to you later.